Well, as the sun sets over the 3d-Palace on Christmas Eve, I'd like to sit down and reflect with you people about 3d-Palace and where we've gone in the past year, where we're going, what we're going to look forward to, what we're going to try and forget as if it was something that we found on our shoe, and all the other things. Well, first of all, let's think about thanks. Thanks to our users, that's you. Thanks to the people who helped 3d-Palace do what it does, which is mainly crash and fall over quite a lot. Thanks to all the other sites that support us. Thanks to our friends, our family, our relatives. So let's start off at the very beginning and we'll thank Squid, or John. He's the guy who compresses all the tutorials. He makes stuff for XSI and he does a fantastic job, of course. Unfortunately he's escaped back to Oldham for the moment, but we're pretty sure the police are going to bring him back any day now. And when they do, we've got piles of compression work for him. He does some of the best compression in the industry, of course. Why? Well, it's only because no one else really wants to do it. Other people we'd like to thank, well, let's go through them all. We've got Cleany. Cleany, of course, is one of the operators on 3d-Palace, and he's one of the people who make sure that if you have an opinion, he's going to stop you having it by kicking you out. We've got Tagger. He's one of the moderators over on 3d-Palace forums, so thanks to him. We keep spam and crap off the site and in the tutorials. I'd like to thank Black Knight, who, well, when he's not sulking and getting irritable with people who just don't understand his compositing skills, he's actually quite a decent chappy. I'd like to thank the Black Crosses, of course, who have given us so many fun bans. They were the first people to actually ban me from a website and a chat system. I'd like to thank Ricardo, who at last has a new job. I'd like to thank Dead Drunk, who is keeping those Iraqi insurgents busy by running away very, very quickly. Well done, Dead. Other people I'd like to thank would include Oknod, who works on the video tutorials with me. And I'd like to thank Kenny, who we haven't seen in a while, but we're pretty sure is still alive. And I'd like to thank Joseph 3D, of course. We'd like to thank Alex, who's back in Cork at the moment with his parents. Hey Alex, how's it going? Other people, well, there's been people who have passed by, like Stripe. Stripe's still with us, of course, though we've got a suspicion Stripe's going to be taken away any day soon, either by the aliens or someone who's realised the skills he's got. Anyway, with all the people I'd like to thank, of course not forgetting people like Zerflag, Jazz, or people who just hang around just for the sheer sake of being banned, and there's been quite a few of those this year. We'd also like to thank other sites that have obviously said nice things about us occasionally, other sites that have said nice things about us quite frequently as well, like Jason Busby's site 3d-Palace. We'd like to thank CG Talk. We'd like to thank Alex Alviras over at Gnomon, who hasn't actually said anything to us, but he is member number 79 on the 3d-Palace membership list, and so therefore, you know, we like you. And to Jim Thacker over at 3D World, hi Jim, we hope you get a new cardigan and possibly some big razors this year. Well, now we're done with that, let's go over some of the exciting things that have happened in the past year. Well, there's been TV-Palace episode 1. That was pretty damn exciting. Then there was TV-Palace episode 2. That was so exciting I soiled myself and I had to go and get some new trousers. There would have been TV-Palace episode 3, but sadly due to an accident involving Jin, there was no TV-Palace episode 3, but there will be soon. And that leads us to Animex, which is happening at the end of January, beginning of February. If you'd like to come and join us over at 3d-Palace, we will be handing out free bring beer. Just bring beer, bring gin. We don't care what kind or how cheap it is, and meet us in the bar. We'll have official t-shirts, maybe. If you are coming to Animex though, you can expect alcohol poisoning, and lots of it, because we will be drinking like little Trojans. I will be trying to arrange a TV-Palace party on Friday. Thursday we're going to be a bit busy, because we're going to be rubbing shoulders with the big knob, as they call it in the UK. You people in America can of course wonder about that as you wish. I'm trying to wonder if I'm looking forward to rubbing shoulders with big knobs actually. Now, other information and news, and let me just check on my news bulletin-gram. And well, in Animex next year you've got a lot of things to look forward to. We've got some unfortunate news that Poser Man might have been captured unfortunately by Curious Labs. We're going to keep you abreast of news on that, and of course if anything comes in we'll let you know. Pete, don't forget to salute the microphone when I say Pete. Pete Vapor will be at Animex. He's going to be giving his workshop on visual effects. We'll be there, we'll be covering that, and so I'd like to say thanks to Pete for letting us do that. 3d-Palace, we're official sponsors of Animex. How? We don't know. We didn't give them any money. I've got a suspicion that, well, I'm not going to say what it could have been. It could have been anything, you know, but... drugs! No, that's not true. But we look forward to, obviously, supporting this Animex thing. It's very sad that we couldn't get down to the CG festival that was on in Leeds. Unfortunately, I had other commitments. But to all the people who went, well, with any luck I might see you next year if CG festival goes on next year. I'd like to say thanks, obviously, to all the people who give us lovely things to use at 3d-Palace. Discreet, for example, who supply us with 3D Studio Max. Big salutes. Soft Image, who supply us with XSI. Big salutes. And, of course, Curious Labs, who very kindly don't supply us with Poser. Thank you. Don't ever send us it. I'm not joking. Ever. You don't want it. I've got a pin outside. I'll put it straight in there. Well, the 3d-Palace Christmas speech, inspiring as it is starting to draw to a close. We would have Pedro del Toro come in, but unfortunately he's currently under lock and key, as usual, in Borogravia. Pedro did, however, send us a message that I'm supposed to read out to you. So I have removed all the filthy words, explicit sexual references, and things that basically I shouldn't put in if I wanted to keep 3d-Palace on air. And with those removed, the 15-page document says, "Hello? Merry Christmas." So, that's something for us all to look forward to, a Merry Christmas from Borogravia, where unfortunately they don't celebrate Christmas, but they do have a lovely lineup of potatoes. Well, it's been an exciting year, it's been a good year, and I hope for much more next year. We will be, of course, hanging out at 3D Buzz, and so if you can't be asked to come over to 3d-Palace and you've just downloaded this off Kazaa, there's a good opportunity. This isn't hardcore pornography involving men, in which case, happy Christmas to you, whoever you are. And keep writing in, keep sending us your letters. We obviously love listening to your complaining and whining about the queue system, why the pogs don't work, things like that. We do incidentally now have unlimited bandwidth for our free downloaders, so you're not going to have to complain anymore about the fact that you have to turn the downloads off because you just downloaded too much. I know it seems terribly unfair that you stopped all downloading whatever you wanted, whenever you wanted it, but, you know, my children have to eat occasionally. And I said to them, kids, you know, I want the 3d-Palace members to get more tutorials. And they said, that's okay, Daddy, we didn't want presents anyway. You just give the money that we were going to have on presents, just give it to your free members. And I said, well, are you sure, my little poppet darlings? And of course, little Timmy, who had the bad lung, he coughed and he limped along on his little crutch and said, Daddy, please make sure the tutorial people get their lovely tutorials. And well, of course, how could I deny it? So, please enjoy the lovely free tutorials and don't worry about me or little Tiny Tim. We'll both be fine. So, it just remains for me to raise a glass of gin, Gia Maria, and Lamb's Made Rum, and Pax Premium Beer, and some substance in a cup that I don't recognise, but it isn't confusing too much, and say, Happy Christmas. Very happy Christmas. All the very best for 2005, where you're going to see us awful lot. Goodbye. Oh God, the police! Did I get here in time? Oh no, it's empty! Oh no!